Let's jump on Manchester United and let's start with Manchester United because the deal is done. A name I've been mentioning here for a few days, André Santos to Manchester United. Is a here we go. The deal is done for the Brazilian midfielder to leave Chelsea. I told you he's not untouchable. He was never going to be untouchable. André Santos this summer for Chelsea because the idea of the club was to try generate some profit. They signed him from Vasco da Gama a few years ago, but it was clear that the match between Chelsea and André Santos, despite having also for 6 months the coach that made him perform fantastic at Strasbourg, Liam Rosenior, was still not working, and so Chelsea decided to sell André Santos. £50 million was the price tag, and Man United will pay £50 million, 48 plus 2. This is going to be the package, deal done immediately. The player is going to Manchester tomorrow for medical test and contract signing, and so André Santos to Manchester United is a here we go. There is also a 10% sell-on clause for Chelsea in the deal with Manchester United, and André Santos will sign a 5-year deal plus 1-year option at Man United.
Really, we're not going to get Tchouameni now. Manchester United have to rethink things. André Santos is not going to cover all of this up and make you feel like Man United are progressing. Santos is a fantastic signing for Manchester United in the potential market. So who's the big signing? Because after André Santos was signed earlier on this evening, every single journalist came out saying that United were going big again. There is going to be another marquee signing, another big signing. This was what the Athletic were actually saying, and everybody assumed, including myself. I've even done videos today talking about other sources talking about United offering Tchouameni a contract. This has been completely blown out of the water now with this new deal and the updates from Fabrizio Romano and Fabrice Hawkins that Tchouameni is staying at the Bernabeu. Now, who do United go for next? Now, this is the biggest question. Obviously, there are other names out there for Manchester United, and all eyes now firmly point to and look upon Alex Scott. Maybe is that a big enough signing for Manchester United? I did a live show earlier on asking Man United fans who they would have thought would be the right player to bring in. Everyone said Tchouameni. They wanted Tchouameni next. I even asked the question, what would you give the marks out of 10 for this window in terms of midfield rebuild if United signed Scott, Santos and Ederson? And everybody was saying around about between a 4 and a 6 out of 10. So United fans generally online not completely overwhelmed with this transfer window so far. Are definitely not going to be jeered up by this news on Tchouameni not coming to Manchester United either. That's done. There is no saga now. It's over. He's signing a new deal with Real Madrid, and United have to move forward. Were we ever in for it? These stories that we've talked about, we always talked about Tchouameni and the hope that he would sign for United. We clung on to any sort of hope we could as a big marquee signing. That's not happening. Look, Real Madrid never opened the door for Manchester United to take Tchouameni, says Fabrizio Romano. So the other reports were complete garbage by the sounds of it. We were all a little bit sceptical with all of the reports coming from Spain about Real Madrid being open to selling him. He's not part of Mourinho's plans, and obviously they're looking to sell a player to actually bring another player in. We had the Enzo Fernandez story coming in, and that was shut down by a statement by Real Madrid. That wasn't happening, and now we've got this update that Tchouameni staying and signing a new deal. Well, it doesn't look like anybody's leaving Real Madrid now, and Mourinho is keeping his talisman in the middle there. His main midfielder Tchouameni is not leaving. So saga over if there ever was one. So what we can say here is that Man United we're never nearly there. We wanted him. We were definitely interested in him. He was a player that we thought would change Manchester United. United were willing to go for him if he was come available, but he's not available. Madrid have said, no, it's not happening. So, job done. Move on. Who's next? And it gets interesting now because obviously the pot of players is dwindling down now. Of course, we heard the rumour about Bruno Guimaraes earlier on. Maybe United maybe go and try and sign him. I don't know which way we go next. Obviously, like I said, Alex Scott looks like the most obvious option right now, but that's a very young midfield. We also had the news earlier on as well. And Ben Jacobs definitely throwing a spanner in the works when it comes to Manchester United signing Ederson. Remember the other night when we were talking about Ederson potentially falling through? The deal was off. We were told that the medical is going ahead, and it is, but there is definitely doubts around this medical now. Some rumours actually saying that Manchester United seen something in the first part of that medical that they did not like, and they want a thorough thorough medical themselves to check everything out before they sign for Ederson. Some are saying it's a formality. Some are saying that this might actually be a problem for Manchester United and signing Ederson. So we will see what develops with that. But Man United all of a sudden, from going from the upbeat news of signing André Santos, we're now back in the realms of looking for another big name player. Manchester United got Santos done under the radar and managed to get this deal done quite quickly. And this, I think, is interesting now where United go next, because obviously we're looking here at a pool of players that, like we said, is shrinking now. It's starting to dry up, and other players now that we were looking at are now not available. So when you look at it, what is the positive from this? We've still got time. We know now that we're not waiting until the end of the World Cup. We now know that we can go for certain players that were on the list, because Tchouameni is never going to be for sale. Was Tchouameni holding up any of these other deals? Did United get wind of this today and just went, right, there's our number 6 holding midfielder? Instead of Tchouameni, we're going with Santos. Now we're going to go for a different type of player. Maybe it is going to be Alex Scott, because he's more of an attacking player, more of a forward-thinking, ball-carrying player, where Santos is a destroyer and a passer through, reading the game type of player. This is what we're all thinking about now. And I'll tell you what, the intrigue going into the next few weeks for Manchester United now is there. Who do we go for next? Do we actually sign Ederson? Santos is in. I think we're all confident that that deal is going to get wrapped up quite quickly for Manchester United. Anything else, I'm not too sure about at the moment, but Scott definitely looks like something could happen there for Manchester United. And I think that would be it for us in terms of the midfield this summer. So let me know in the comments section, everybody, what you think of that midfield trio. If we did sign Scott, Ederson and André Santos, would that be good enough for you? Do you get excited by that transfer window and that midfield rebuild? Did you expect more? I think a lot of people did expect more from this window. But look, there might be somebody else. There could be a Buwadi coming in. Again, very young midfield, like we've said. A 22-year-old coming in. We've already got a 20-year-old in Kobbie Mainoo. We don't know what's happening with Ederson. You sign someone like Buwadi, an 18-year-old coming through, then it is very young. Experience, well, I think that's where United are looking next. Maybe it's Premier League proven. If it is, then they're going to have to go big again on that next signing, because we know that prices are really cheap. Well, sorry, not really cheap. I wish they were. But prices are really expensive at the moment in the Premier League. But the main headline, and again, just to keep you fully updated on everything going on, is that Tchouameni is signing a new deal with Real Madrid. He is not going to be moving anywhere. He's not going United. He's not going Liverpool. He's staying in Madrid, and United have to go back to the drawing board in terms of their big signing. We're going to find out who that is soon. We will see. Get your comments in below. Let me know what you think, everybody. That is the update. More on that in the live show in the morning as well, of course, and more detail on this. But for now, give me your comments. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this. It's over. No saga for Tchouameni. He signs for Madrid. United have missed out there. Or did they? Were we ever really let in to go for Tchouameni? Give the video a like, and of course, make sure that you hit that subscribe button here on Forever United TV, and I'll see you all in the next video.
So let's follow the situation, let's be attentive to all the latest, and guys, as always, I will keep you posted here on the channel. Remember to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your opinion. I'm reading you in comments, but don't forget, the next video is coming. Bruno Guimaraes, more to say on Man United, because it's not over with André Santos, and for sure there is going to be plenty of movements on several players, as always. So I wait for you here on the channel. Thank you, and see you later here on YouTube.